Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Cloud Nugget. So in last video we have learned how to create Linux EC2 instance in AWS, and today we are going to learn how we can create Windows EC2 instance in AWS console. So let's go on AWS console. So let me log in. Enter your root user email IDs. Enter captcha GRNH. Then enter your password. And once we enter the password, it will get login on your AWS account. So let me switch my region first. So in this video, we are going to create Windows EC2 instance with default configurations. So what you need to do for that, you have to search here EC2. You can click on that EC2. And if you have recently used that EC2 services, then you can search from the favorite or your home screens, or you can go inside compute, and here you will get the EC2 option. So you have 2-3 options to go in EC2 console. So here it's showing by default security group. So let me go on instances. So if you see right now, I don't have any EC2 instance in running state. So I have to create EC2 instance with Windows AMI. So click on that launch instance. Then click on that free tier only. So I'm going to do practical like testing. So I'm using free tier only. If you are using in your office infra, you can use your custom AMI if you have created any, or if you want any other, you can do that one also. Okay, so in free tier only, I need to select that Windows. So here I'm going to select Windows Server 2019 base. Select. Then in last video I show you like by default it's T2 micro family. So if you want to change the configuration for EC2 instance, you can just click on that, and that configuration will get select for your virtual machine. So I'm going to use T2 micro for practice, but if you are working for your office infra, you need to select that as per the requirements for hardware configurations. Then click on next configuration. After that, number of instances, if you want to run multiple instances at single time, you can put that number like 5, 4, 2, and how much number you put there, then it will launch the instances. So I'm going to create one EC2 instance, so I'm going to put it 1. Okay, after that it will ask like network, subnet or IP. So here as of now I'm going to keep it default, because in coming lecture I will show you how we can create the custom VPC, how we can create the subnet, how we can assign public IP manually. So I will show you all detail in coming lectures. So right now I'm going to keep network configuration and subnet by default. If you want to change the region for subnet, you can change it here. Like in North Virginia, I told you that we have 6 availability zones, so you can select any one. So as of now I'm going to use default, and after that it will ask you like auto assign public IP. If you want to assign public IP, you can use enable, or if you don't want public IP with that EC2 instance, we can use that disable. So I need public IP so that we can access that virtual machine via public IP. So I'm going to use enable. Host name, if you want to like, you can change it here, IP name or host name, but I'm going to keep it as of now default. Placement group, add instance placement group, I'm going to keep default. Domain join directory, as of now I'm not going to join this server on domain, so I'm going to keep it default. IAM role, like if you want to assign that particular user can access that virtual machine, so we can create a custom IAM. So we will learn it in coming lectures, but right now I'm going to use none. Shutdown behavior, like if you are going to stop that instance will get terminated, like in stop state. Okay, after that, like enable hibernation as an additional top behavior. If you want to do that, you can do that. Otherwise you can keep this default. And if you want to monitor that EC2 instance, you can just enable CloudWatch details monitoring. Okay, other things I'm going to keep as default right now. Then click on next and add storage. So in last video I show you in Linux EC2 instance, that time you are getting 8 GB by default, and that time is this time we are going to use Windows, so by default it take 30 GB. So as of now, like 30 GB is free for free tier accounts. Okay, if you want to use more than 30 GB, then it will charge you for that. And here is volume type. If you want to change that, you can do that. Otherwise we can keep it default. Input output per second by default is 100 and maximum is 3000. Throughput output as of now is NA. Delete on termination, like if we are going to terminate that EC2 instance, then it will automatically delete the root volume as well. But if you uncheck that, it would not delete the volumes. So it will terminate the EC2 instance only, but that volume will be there, and till the time that volume will be there, it will charge you. So I'm going to use like terminate delete on termination. Like while we are terminating EC2 instance, it will delete the root volume also. Then click on next. If you want to put any tag here, you can do that. Otherwise you can keep it default. Then security group. So by default, if you are going to create a new security group for Windows, like if we want to access that server via RDP, we need to allow that port RDP, and port number is 3389. So if you want to add any other port, you can just add rule and click here, and you can select that port here which you want to allow. So I'm going to keep RDP only as of now. So click on that review and launch. So in review, which configuration we selected, it will show all the details there. And after that, click on launch. And when we are launching that EC2 instance, it will ask you for key pair. So whenever we are going to create any services EC2 instance in Linux or Windows EC2 instance in AWS console, that time we have to create key pair. So we can select existing key pair if we have already created, or you can create new key pair. So let me create new key pair here. So key pair type, I'm going to keep select RSA. So here I'm going to create EC2 Windows, and then download it. And make sure when we are like creating key pair, download that key pair, because after launch the instance, you would not get that option to download the key pair. So make sure you download it. Okay, so I'm going to save it in my download folder. Okay, and then click on launch instances. Okay, so it will take some time to create the EC2 instance in running state. Right now you can see that instance ID, instance type, availability zone, and status is pending, status check is initializing. So if you will refresh this, instance state will get running here after some time, and status check will be 2 by 2. Okay, and if you want to put name here, you just can click on edit, and you can mention the name what you want to keep here. So like you can do that like tele server or any other server. If you want, you can do that. Okay, so now you can see that it's in running state, but status check is still initializing. Once status check is got past 2 by 2, then we can access that virtual machine with our PAM key. So wait for some time. So it's still initializing. If you want to know more configuration about your EC2 instance, like DNS name and other things, you can see that your DNS name for your virtual machine, public IP. And if you want to check more details, you can check the security groups here. All the details are here. Which AMI we are using here, which subnet, which Ethernet, VPC configurations, all details we can see here. Okay, so once status check is got passed, we will access that virtual machine EC2 instance with our PAM key. So before that, let me download the RDP file for that. For that, how can you do that? Like just select that virtual machine here. Like this is Windows. So select this EC2 and click on connect. Download RDP file. You can click on that. or if you want to just use your RDP here, we can use that one also, like MSTSC. So we can use this one also, or if you want to download RDP file, it will also we can use here. So it will download the RDP files. Okay, in that RDP file by default it will take the username, but we need to put that password. So let me click on that one, connect. So here you can see that like it will automatic enter the username here. So we just need to enter the password. So how you get the password for that? What we need to do? We need to click on that password, then get password. Here we need to select that our PEM key file which we have created. So in download folder we saved that. So EC2 Windows PEM, we need to select that one. Okay, and then like it will show you the password in encrypted forms. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to decrypt it, or we can copy this password. So that's our administrator account's password right now. Okay, let me close it. So right now status check is got 2x2 pass, and I access that virtual machine by RDP file which we downloaded from AWS console. So then put the password here, click OK, click yes, and you would able to log in on your machines which we have created. Okay, and another thing, if you want to change your administrator password, now you can do that in your Windows EC2 instance. Like go to local users and groups and select administrator account and set the password what you want to keep. But by default password is this which we converted from PEM file. So now you can see that like we have login with our EC2 instance computer name, DNS name, or if you want, you can just use the public IP also. Okay, here you can see the EC2 instance here. Click yes. Okay, so this way you can access the virtual machine. If you want to change your password, just go to your just right click on that start icon, computer management, then go to local users and groups users, and you can enter the password here. Set password, what password you want to keep, you can use according to you. Okay, so hope this video is clear for you, in which what we have learned. So how we can create EC2 instance. Your right side corner in Windows, your Windows EC2 instance, you will get the configuration also, like host name of that virtual machines, instance ID, public IP and private IP, instance size what we have selected, availability zones, architectures AMD 01, total memory is 1 GB, network performance low to moderate. So all the basic details of that virtual machine you will see here right side corner. So hope you guys are able to do that now. So that's my aim today in this video, like how we can create Windows EC2 instance with free tier accounts and T2 configuration like instance type. And if you want to terminate that instance, just select that instance, go in Excel and just click on that instance state and click on terminate. Okay, another thing I want to show you, like here if you see new EC2 instance experience, like AWS launched the new console for EC2 instance. If you just click here, it will change the instance details, some details here, and you would get some different types of options here. Like if you want to search instance type, you can see that here, and if you want to terminate that EC2 instance, you have to select instance state here and you can terminate and stop, start, reboot. But if you want to modify that, you will get some other options inside that here. So in coming lecture I will explain all the details here, but if you like use the old dashboard which we have earlier in AWS console, it will show you only these three options here. So here we can do all things which we have In new console they separated that instant state options in different tab, and all other things are same. Okay, so hope your doubt is what we are going to teach you guys are uh, just try to make practice and you will get confident like how you can do that. And you can select the configuration as per your requirements. You can allow the ports what you want in your security groups. So in coming lectures we will learn more about these EC2 instances or custom security groups and VPCs. So step by step I will explain you all the things which we are going to cover in AWS or Solution Architect in English. If you want to watch in Hindi, you just go in AWS Solution Architect in Hindi playlist and you will get the details there. And around 58 video I have already uploaded in that playlist. So thank you guys, keep watching and keep supporting. Bye bye.